All right, today's video we're going to talk about Chia blockchain forks. We're going to talk about three. There are a couple other forks out there, but these are three with the most potential. I'd say one has some good potential. The other two are questionable, but they mine on your existing plots, so uh, not too much to risk as long as you isolate these from your network. The code is essentially exact same, just a straight fork from Chia blockchain. So first one we're going to talk about is Flax. Now, if we're going to use a Ubuntu virtual machine for the installation and setup, then we're going to go over to my Raspberry Pi that runs the farming. We'll look at what we've made and take a look at some logs, make sure you know how to check if everything's working. So first thing we're going to do is get the user account. We have users for each of these. We're going to get the GitHub files, git clone. This first one is called the Flax Network. This is the most transparent one. It spoke about the pre-mine and I got to get it to our home directory here. Can't use that home directory. They did have a 500,000 coin pre-mine, but it's well listed on their website and their documents and what their intended use for that is. So that's good. The other two didn't speak about the pre-mine, which is kind of questionable. So same installation process as Chia. sh installed at sh. Put in our password. And it's going to fetch the necessary files. We're just going to generate new keys for each of these and start the node syncing. We'll mount one directory with some plots in it. And we'll look at the farming aspect of it. So while we wait and watch this, so Flax currently has about 800 members on Reddit and a little over 800 in their Discord. Not a small community, not a giant one. Pretty good. So we're going to activate the Flax here, and then we're going to initialize it. So we're going to create some keys. Flax keys generate. And it's going to make us a new mnemonic and show us our addresses. From here, we're just going to start the node. We're going to start with the farmer. So we'll start a full node, a wallet, and the farming process. All right, so we're going to use some Windows shared directories with some plots in it just to talk about Mount a little bit. Get back into our home directory and we'll make a directory called plots. All right, so we're going to mount that directory we just created. And we're going to use Windows network mount. We're going to mount it read only, just out of an abundance of caution. Mount that on that directory we just created. And of course, we have to do that as root. And now we should have that content strip. Good. So we can basically add that directory with our plots. Add SD home flags plots. It's going to put the plot directory in there. Now, when you do that, you likely want to restart your farmer. Black start farmer -R. Start everything. And we can take a look again at our status here with Black show. Synced a few more. And we'll take a look at our connections. Now, if we use Flax farm summary, it's not going to show us anything since none of those plots are valid. So we also need to do Flax wallet show. Tell it not to restore from backup. That will eliminate that exception from wallet error. And get our wallet synced. All right, so the next coin is Spare Coin. Going to do the same thing, get it clone the repository. This is Spare Network, Spare Blockchain. So I'm just going to pull that down and we'll do the same process as before. Install SH. Now, Spare wasn't as transparent as Flax. They did have a pre-mined 5 million coins. Didn't discuss it on the website. Don't discuss it. You have to look at the code to find it. Small membership in Reddit, about close to 300, and about a little over 400 in Discord. So not a huge community, but the simple fact that it mines the existing plots you have. If there's potential, we're talking about using a Raspberry Pi, very low wattage, very low internet usage. Might as well capitalize on every opportunity we can to gain from this proof of space and time. I'll post links to all this and to the Discord and to the Reddit down in the comments or in the description. All right, so once we get through there, again, same thing. We're going to activate. We're going to initialize. And we've already installed this in the past, so we've already got that. Make some keys. That's giving you a new mnemonic. Keys. And start everything up here. Same process to add plots as with Flax and with Chia. I won't go over that again. And we're rocking there. So next one we're going to talk about is called Chain Green. Same process. We're going to get clone. This one is Chain Green org. Chain Green blockchain. Wrong. Spell chain today. That's going to pull down the repository as before, and we'll quickly roll through installing. Now, same thing with Chain Green, was not very transparent. they did mine about the first 40,000 blocks to themselves. And a little larger member base on Discord, almost 600 members, and close to 300 on Reddit. So looks like a little bit better membership, community involvement from Chain Green. And once this is done, all we're going to do is these same commands. We'll just start it up, and we're going to pull up the Raspberry Pi. We'll look at some active nodes that have been farming for some time. See what the net space looks like. See what our rewards look like. And we'll call it a day. Going to be installing some smart switches in the house today. Very likely we'll go ahead and record that. If anybody's interested in smart home devices, we do pretty much everything smart in my house. And the same thing here. Chain Green. Yeah, it's going to drop everything up. Same way to add plots. Same way to mount directories. If you're using network attached storage, NFS is probably going to be more easier to use. And our first video went over how to mount that. All right, so that's it. We're going to drag over our Raspberry Pi SSH. And we'll take a look at how our farms do it. All right, so this user hosts the Flax blockchain. So same thing, we're just going to activate the virtual environment. We'll do a Flax form. And you can see here that the net space 959 petabytes. We're farming with 167 terabytes, and we've earned 28 block rewards so far. So the farming status is good. Same process as we showed in our first Chia video. How to take a look at logs, proofs. Make sure that everything is farming good. So we can see our farm is running. Times are less than 5 seconds needed. And Flax is running good. We're going to take a look at our spare coin. Same process here. And you can see here 439 petabytes on spare. We've earned 92 block rewards. Both Flax and spare have the same reward amount. Chia blockchain. Whereas the next Chain Green will show its rewards are 400 per block. Quickly take a look at the summary here. You can see this Raspberry Pi is running Flax, Spare, Chain Green. It's also running 2 other forks that I wouldn't at this point recommend. So you can see Chain is the smallest in net space, 384 petabytes, and we've earned 11,500. So that's all there is to it. You can see that Raspberry Pi can easily run multiple farming instances. And again, if we want to take a look at our logs, see that our time is again 1.7, 1.7, 1.2 under the 5-second required time to generate your proof. All right, real simple fork farming, Chia forks. Seems like one of these comes up every day. Like I said, I think flax will be the most long-term best choice for you. All right, have a good one. All right, one last thing when it comes to farming with these forks. In our demonstration, we did generate keys. You're going to want to add your mnemonic from Chia so that it uses the right plots and has the ability to use your existing plots. So you'll do that with chain green keys add, or flax keys add, spare keys add, all the same. Run that. And here you want to enter or copy and paste your mnemonic. Again, not necessarily giving anybody your passphrase, but to encourage you, if you're farming solo Chia, send your rewards to a different wallet, or if you're farming with an official pool, send those rewards to a different wallet or an exchange immediately.